Jai Hind, my fellow Indians, and Namaskar to everyone watching this video. To summarize the theory of rebirth concisely, let's focus on addressing common questions and viewpoints. Rebirth is a belief held in many cultures but not considered real in others. However, there is sufficient evidence to suggest its occurrence. When a very young child spontaneously begins recounting events from a deceased person's life, and when these events and individuals are later verified, it is termed as sold case of rebirth. Extensive records of such cases are maintained by individuals including Dr. Ian Stevenson and Dr. Jim Tucker from the University of Virginia. One notable example is the famous case of rebirth from India known as Shanti Devi. To illustrate the process, consider the following example. Imagine a person named Ramesh, a 25-year-old male living in a village in India. He works as a fruit seller in the local market and harbors many dreams. Ramesh has a family, including a child named Rahul, a wife named Rani, and a brother named Suresh. He also has strained relations with a local group of boys. One day, as he is on his way to the market, these rival boys attack him with swords and other sharp weapons. He attempts to save himself and flee, but he is captured. During the attack with a sharp sword, all four fingers of his left hand are severed. As he tries to escape, one of the attackers grabs him from behind and repeatedly stabs him in the neck. Ramesh succumbs to his injuries on the spot. Now consider the state of the brain of Ramesh and his consciousness at this moment. His brain shuts down due to a lack of oxygenated blood, but his consciousness is unprepared to cease functioning. According to OR theory proposed by Sir Roger Penrose and Dr. Stuart Hameroff, consciousness originates deep within the neuronal microtubules. This consciousness, stored at a quantum level, can be ejected if not properly terminated and can be considered as the soul of Ramesh. Now imagine an embryo in the nearby village in the early stages of development. While the body is not yet fully formed, the basic brain structure is in place. Ramesh's ejected consciousness persists in the universe, seeking another medium to continue. It identifies this developing body with an appropriate brain stage and enters it. The brain plays a role in the body's development in the womb. Since the brain is preoccupied with Ramesh's consciousness, it neglects to send growth signals or instructions for the development of the four fingers on the left hand. The child is eventually born, a male, with a birth defect, undeveloped left hand fingers, and a birthmark on the neck resembling the stab wound. When this child starts speaking, he insists that he was Ramesh from the nearby village and had a family consisting of Rahul, Rani, and Suresh. Initially, this is ignored. However, as he grows, his attachment to his previous family deepens and he becomes adamant about returning, claiming to know the way to his former home. He possesses memories from Ramesh's life, although not all of them, only those within his conscious mind at the time of his death. Family members eventually take him to the claimed house where they find everything as he had described. He leads them to the house he claims as his own. While he does not know all of Ramesh's life secrets, he possesses knowledge that only Ramesh could have. These details are verified by family members, and he can also recognize previous family members and provide accurate information about them. By the time he reaches 7 years of age, his emotions for his previous family diminish and he proceeds to live a normal life. In essence, this represents the rebirth of Ramesh, as he experienced an unprepared death. His consciousness was not ready to shut down due to a strong desire to persist. As our culture has long asserted, the soul does not perish. Consciousness can be regarded as a person's soul, which can manifest in another individual and continue beyond one's own existence, provided it is not ready to cease functioning. It can also naturally seek to persist and enter another suitable body during its early developmental stages. However, once a brain has established its own consciousness, entry becomes unlikely as depicted in the horror movies. In summary, rebirth suggests that the soul endures, and consciousness can potentially transfer to another body if not ready to cease functioning, following a natural instinct to persist and settle in a suitable brain at an early developmental stage. That is all for this video. If you wish to watch full detailed video, please go to the channel and select your preferred subtitle language and watch.